Have you ever looked at your bank account and felt like you could not afford the big things you want? The vacations, the luxury bags, the luxury wears, the hairs. Like you just cannot afford to live life without stressing about money. Well, today I'm going to show you exactly how you can save, budget, invest, and still live your best life without missing out on the things you like that truly makes you happy. Hi everyone, you're welcome back to my channel. My name is Sister Rosemary and you are very welcome. Let's get right into the video, guys. We are heading into a new year and this is the perfect time to look into your finances and recollect yourself, because we are setting ourselves up for financial success in 2025. Whether you're trying to save for a big purchase, house, a car, or even save for a business, or just manage your day-to-day expenses, I've got some essential tips that are going to help you make better financial decisions in 2025. So grab a notebook, hit the like button, and let's dive right into it, guys. So the first section is understanding your finances, and this boils down to budgeting. I know budgeting may sound boring, because imagine sitting down to set yourself up to take account of everything your money goes into. Like, it sounds boring, but trust me, it is the ideal thing to do. It's important to understand where your money is currently going. Knowing exactly where your income is going gives you a clearer picture of what your finances look like or would look like in the future. Only a budget can give you that clear picture that would change your financial life completely. Budgeting may sound tedious, it may sound boring to you, but trust me, it's not boring, it's not tedious. It's very simple. How much is your income for the month? Write it down. How much goes for your rent? How much for utility bills? How much for grocery shopping? How much do you pay for subscriptions? How much do you give out? Like, what's the spare money that you can give out to people? You get what I mean? Like, we're living in the world. Sometimes people can come to you for help and stuff like that. So how much do you put aside for that as well? How much do you keep aside for going out, for having fun, stuff like that, for shopping? You have to write everything down. That's the first step to budgeting. Write everything down and compare it and see if it goes exactly into your income, or if it's above your income, or if it's below your income. You have to know that. You have to know where your money is going. That's what budgeting does. You need to have a clear budgeting gives you a clearer picture of exactly where your money is going. And the second thing you can do is apply the 50, 30, and 20% rule. This is how I do it. 50% of my income goes into rent, transportation, food, utility bills, subscriptions. That's where 50% of my income goes. Like, 50% has to go to what I know that I need. Like, I can't do without. I need to pay my rent, I need to buy food, I need to pay my transport to work. I need to be able to move about, right? So 50% of my income goes into that. 50% is like a chunk of your income. So it goes into what's very, very important. Because who is going to let you live in a house you're not paying rent for? You have to pay your rent. And 30% goes into wants. Your wants are for entertainment, like shopping, fine dining, like just those kind of things. That's where 30% of your income should go. Your wants, because your wants are what makes you happy. You're working to make yourself happy, right? You're working to make sure you live a stable life, a good lifestyle, to be happy. So that's where 30% of your income should go. And 20% of my income goes straight into savings or investments. As the case may be, if you have debt, your 20% should go into clearing your debt. And if you don't have debt to pay, good and fine, put in your savings. When I go on the internet, I see people saying, oh, you have to save a lot of your money, you have to save more than 50% of your income. I totally disagree. Except you are in a condition where you have to save aggressively for something really important. Like, if you want to make a big purchase, like buy a house or a car, I understand that. Like, you can tweak those percentages, like you can switch them and all of that. You can, you know what to do. You get what I mean? You just know that you have a target and you can. We're going to get into that in detail, but yeah, you don't need to save a chunk of your money. You need to be able to save up a decent amount, and you still need to be able to enjoy yourself and meet your monthly needs or your day-to-day life expenses. You just need to be able to do that comfortably. That's the reason why you're working. If you save more than 50% of your income in a month, how are you going to pay your rent? How are you going to eat? How are you going to do other things, like all the necessary things? You can't even, your income already is not even enough to take you through the month. You're saving 50% of it for what? It doesn't make it make sense. That's why people just stay and not leave. You're just working. At the end of the day, God forbid something happens to you, somebody else is enjoying your savings. You get what I mean? It doesn't make sense. Number 3, spend wisely. Spending wisely is not about depriving yourself of the final things of life. It's not about depriving yourself of things that makes you happy. It's about being mindful and being intentional about certain things. You can't be an impulsive buyer and tell yourself that you spend smartly, except you have a lot of money. But being impulsive and your income is low, it makes no sense. And I'm going to give you some tips on how you can spend your money wisely. And the number one tip is prioritize quality over quantity. If you're going to buy something, buy the good one, buy the best. That's what I do. Buy the best. It's better to have a high quality item that will last you for a long time than to go and get 5 of the same thing that are likely not to last. That's like wasting your money because you're still going to buy it. But if you buy that one particular thing that has good quality, you're going to use it for a very long time, and that's going to save you from buying it again and again. You get what I mean? So just buy one quality item and use it for a very long time. When it comes to clothes, you don't need to shop at high-end stores to look good. Go to thrift stores, go to charity stores, go to outlets. There are a lot of outlets online that they sell already used clothes, like clothes that this influencers use, ones like Depop, Shop LTK. There are just a lot of those outlets, and you can buy at a good price, like a very, very good price. You get what I mean? Remember, looking good is not about the price of the outfit. It's about how you put it, how you mix your clothes. It's about how you wear. It's about the confidence you exude when you're wearing those clothes. So it's better to invest in high quality item and buy one than buying 20 of the same things at a cheaper price that wouldn't stand the test of time, and wait for at least 24 hours to make a big purchase. That way you'll be able to evaluate if you really need that stuff or it's just because there's money in your account. Because sometimes when we see money in our account, we tend to just want to buy. We tend to just, oh, the money is there, I like this thing, I just buy it. That's the money is pushing you to do these things. It's not because you really need it. So you have to, if you see something that you like, just give yourself time to really sink it in. Think about it. Do I really need this thing? Do I really need to buy this thing? Like, do I need it right now? And if you don't need it, don't buy it. And the third thing that can help you spend smartly is leverage discounts. A lot of these stores do discounts. Like, I bought a laptop recently. The laptop is about £1,000 something, but I got it for 650 pounds thereabout, because it was on sale. I've been needing a laptop since the beginning of the year, but I was waiting. And to be honest, I didn't even think I was going to get it on discount, but I was just waiting for the right time to buy the laptop because I've been saving for it and all. But I was like, okay, they're going to do a discount at this time. So I had to wait until that time. That was when I got the laptop. Did I get a quality laptop? Yes. Did I get it for almost half the price? Yes, I did. Always try to leverage discount. Wait for Black Fridays. If you really don't need this item urgently, you can wait for when they are doing discounts. You can really wait. There are a lot of stores that give royalties to their customers. Places like Zara, H&M. I have all of their cards. So whenever I go, I always opt for discount. They always give discounts with their royalty cards. So why not just register and always try to leverage it. Make use of discounts. Check, if you want to get something, check different stores. There are different stores and people do discounts at different times. So always try to leverage discounts. It's going to help you save a lot of money. Discounts, I mean, the money is not going to be a lot, but it's going to help you save. Also, if you always like to go grab coffee, try to make your coffee at home. I mean, it's not so hard. Get your coffee machine. If you get a coffee machine, it's going to save you. And I know sometimes you also like to go out to have lunch. Meal prep, like, you don't have to always buy lunch outside. You don't have to always go and eat. It's not even healthy anyway. But like, I get it's faster and it's kind of easier. But truly, if you meal prep, package your food and take it to work and all of that, it's going to save you a lot of cost. And it's going to help you eat healthy. Remember, health is wealth. Number 4, track your spending. There are very good apps for that, like Mint, YNAB. You can even use a spreadsheet on your laptop to track your spending. Always know where your money is going to, know how much you're spending on certain things. It's always good to track your spending. The goal is to be aware of where your money is going and make the necessary adjustments. The 4th thing we're going to talk about in building finances is a good saving habit. Saving money doesn't need to be hard. You don't need to save all your income. You just need to be consistent. No matter how small it is, you just need to be consistent. And one of the easiest ways to save money is by using automated savings. Like, there are a lot of bank apps that you can create a pot I just say 40. You can create a savings pot on the bank apps, and then at every given time, once your income comes in, they take a fixed percentage into your savings account. You don't need to be the one to transfer it. It just automatically goes into your savings the day after you get paid, or the same day. For me, I do it the same day. The same day I get paid, as soon as money touches my account, my savings goes straight into my savings pot. And so this way you are paying yourself first before paying any other person. Because if the money is in your account, best believe somebody's going to come and ask you, oh, can you help me with this, can you help me with that? But if it's not there, I'm not saying you can't help people. Of course you need to help people as much as you can, but try to pay yourself first, because you're the one working for this money. Another great tip is having separate savings account for different reasons. You have to have emergency fund. Maybe you are saving for a vacation, have a separate account for that. Maybe you're saving for a big purchase like buying a house or a car. You could also create a separate account for all of that. Just have separate accounts so that you don't mix your money up. Some people, when you see a chunk of money in your savings account, you'll be like, oh, I have money somewhere. No, you don't have money. The money is for something. So put it in separate accounts, so you just know and have a sense of accountability. And speaking of emergency funds, you need to have, best in my own understanding, I feel like you need to have at least 3 to 6 months of your monthly expenses saved somewhere, like your rent, your utility, your transport, your feeding money. You have to have at least 3 to 6 months of this saved somewhere, just so you have that peace of mind, just so you have that rest, just in case anything can happen. God forbid, you can lose your job, something can just happen, your company might close down. So at least the next 3 to 6 months you have something that you can binge it on until you get a new job. I mean, you're not going to stay for 6 months without a job, but you just need to have that emergency fund. It's really, really important. It's not too late if you've not been doing that. After watching this video, just get into it, just in case of unexpected financial setbacks. Another thing you can do is saving for big purchases. Let's say you want to get a house, like you want to make a down payment for a house, or you want to buy a car, or you want to start up a business or something, like those kind of big purchases, and you know that you cannot afford the money at a go. Save up for it. For example, I wanted to get a car this year, and I was like, okay, the budget I have for my car is about £4,000 to £5,000, and I asked myself, how much can I actually save in a month to be able to get this car at the end of the year? And then £5,000 divided by 12, that was about 400 and something pound. And best believe I saved it up and I got my car, and yeah, we are here. So you can actually save up for these things. Like, you can actually do it if you are intentional. Like, set a goal. Just know that you want this thing. Example, you want to buy a house. How much is this house? How much can you save up from your income, and how long is it going to take you to save this up? So you know exactly when you want this house. You know exactly how much the total of the house costs, and you know how much the down payment of the house costs. Spread your savings across the month. Trust me, it's easier, and it just saves you a lot of stress. Like, at the end of the day, you would wait longer, but at least you'll be able to achieve that goal. That's the joy, and trust me, it happens. You are always going to be able to hit your goal if you make plans ahead. If you actually save towards it, you can actually make those big purchases. The people that are doing it, that are buying houses, buying cars, going on vacations and all of that, they don't have to hate. You can actually do all of that if you spend smartly and if you make plans for it. If your goal is to start a business, the same principle applies. How much is this business supposed to be worth? How much am I going to register? How much am I going to do this? How much are the goods I need? How much am I going to pay my staff? You need to have all of that in place and then save towards it. That's just the logic behind these things. People are not born with these things. We just learn on the go. I started learning I didn't know how to save before. If I want something now, because I have a consistent source of income, I know that I can actually save for these things. No matter how long it takes me, I am going to get it. Like, period. That's just what I believe in. Then I don't indulge with those people that say you need to cut down your expenses. No, you don't. In my opinion, you don't need to cut down your expenses. Find another hustle, like find a side hustle. If you think your monthly income is not improving your lifestyle, find a second job. Listen, you will work hard. If you work 8 hours before, increase your working hours, increase it to 9-10 hours. You want more money, you're working so that you live a comfortable life. Your expenses cannot reduce. Like, I work extra hours because I cannot reduce my expenses. I can't go to my landlord and tell him, oh, I don't have the complete money for my rent this month. I can't tell him that. I can't possibly go to my mechanic and tell him I don't have the money to pay you for this service that you've just given. I can't go and explain that in Zara. I can't go to a Zara store and pick a dress and tell them I don't have the money to pay for it. Nobody cares. Like I can't reduce my expenses. Me, it's a personal thing. I can't reduce my expenses. That's why I work extra hard, because I want to be able to afford the things that I like. Because I just want to live a comfortable life, and I know that reducing my expenses has nothing to do with this. So look for a side hustle. Extra income is better than reducing your expenses. Your expenses cannot even reduce if you are being realistic. And yeah, you need to be realistic with your saving goals. Something that's going to take you 1 2 years, you don't expect to get the money in 6 months. If you are actually dependent on your income, you don't expect that the money is not going to come from anywhere. It has to be your savings, except you want to deprive yourself. And depriving yourself of things makes you unhappy. So why do that? Like certain times, like if you have a target, if you have a goal, you can actually deprive yourself of certain things for a period of time. That's understandable, that's fair. But you can't continue living like that. Like you can't live like that all your life. So you have to be realistic, and you have to set achievable goals for yourself, so you don't set yourself up for failure by trying to save so much in very little time. Like it doesn't make sense. Be realistic, set a goal, have a time frame in mind, and work. And I mean, anything can happen at any time, but just always be realistic. Now let's talk about growing your wealth, which is investment. Now when we talk about investing, I know a lot of times we think, oh, we need to have a chunk of money somewhere to invest in real estate, to invest in big brands and all of that. No, there are actually apps that permit you to invest as low as £5 to £10. Yes, and those £5 to £10 over time they build up. That is what investment is all about: building up, building wealth. You don't take all your savings and then go and chalk it up in an investment scheme. No, it's not advisable. You need to start small, and you need to understand what you're going into. Like you need to understand the market, you need to do your research, make your research, and ask questions. People that have been there, people that have been investing in those places, ask them questions and learn from their mistakes. Don't get it twisted. Even investments, people lose money. Yeah, people lose money. You heard that right. So you have to be careful, and that's not supposed to be something that's going to intimidate you or make you scared that, oh, I don't want to do this. You have to try. If you don't try, you will never learn. If you don't try, you will never get to know. Like they said, the little drops makes an ocean. Those £5 to £10 over time, you wouldn't even want to imagine how big it's going to get. Look for people that have been successful in the path you're trying to go, and ask them questions. They're going to help you. Their answer, their failure, or their success is going to help you be a successful investor as well. And trust me, it doesn't have to be anything much. You don't have to be scared of investing. Life is about taking risks. If you're not a risk taker, you cannot do investments. So you need to be able to take risks. And bear in mind that good financial habits is built over time. It's not something that happens all of a sudden. Like you practice baby steps, take baby steps, and over time you would become acquainted with that behavior. So it's not about perfection. You just try, like keep learning, and over time you become better. You become a better spender, you become a better saver, a better investor. That's just how it is. Like you just learn over time. It's not something that you need to be perfect at. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to start from somewhere. It's about progress. Like if you slip up once in a while, that's fine. You don't need to beat yourself to it. Sometimes it happens. And especially now that there's inflation everywhere, there's just too many things to do. Like there's too many things. And to be honest, your expenses, like I said earlier, is not reducing anytime soon. It will not reduce. You just have to find a way, hustle harder. To be honest, one stream of income is hardly ever enough these days, because there's inflation. Things are so expensive. People are even struggling to eat. So if you want to live a good life, you need to be able to work harder. I work extra shifts. Trust me, I work extra shifts because I cannot reduce my expenses, and I want to live a good life. I want to be comfortable. I want to be happy. I can't reduce my expenses. That's just it. Like I've programmed myself that I need extra hand, like I need more money. That's how my mindset, like that's just my mindset. I need more money. I'm not trying to cut down my expenses. I don't even live above my income. I'm living a very normal life, which I'm not even living my best life yet. You get what I mean? So instead of trying to reduce or trying to stop living, I'd rather get a second job, or I'd rather work extra shifts. It's already how I program myself. Instead of cutting down your expenses, get a second job. Stay disciplined. If it's not urgent, don't touch your savings. Remember, you had a goal in mind before you started saving up. So make sure that you see to the end that you make that big purchase that you're saving for really important, and trust me, it's going to make you happy. Anything I buy, no matter how small it is, I'm always grateful for being able to save up, for being able to discipline myself to get myself to that. Like I always feel happy. I respect myself a lot more now. The more I learn about making money, the more liberated I feel. Like I know that there's a lot of money to be made. Like I am so sure that I'm going to make money. Like I'm not scared. I'm not scared of spending money because I know that I'm going to make more money. Like I know that money is going to come. I'm a money magnet. Money don't face me. I know that I'm going to get this money. And period. That's just my mindset. And I expect that everybody should have that kind of mindset. Don't have a lack mentality. Always, and that doesn't mean you should overspend. No. Just have that mentality that as it's going to come back. That's just it. You're going to get the money back. You're going to make the money back. Just make sure you're smart about it, and you're giving yourself grace. As we approach the new year, this is the perfect time to reflect and refocus on your financial goals. This is the perfect time to actually make the plans, to actually think about what the big purchase you want to make next year in 2025. This is the time, and then you spread your savings across the month. Trust me, you have to start small, no matter how small you think it is. Nothing is too small. Remember, a drop of water makes an ocean. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, always make sure that you start from somewhere. Start. If you don't start, you will never see the end of it. So always just start. The goal is not to live paycheck to paycheck. That's not the goal. It's about building a lifestyle where your money works for you. All this hard work is going to pay off. Yeah, it pays off in the end. Successful people don't have two heads. If they can get to their position right now, we can also get there. And that can happen if we learn about money, if we actually pay attention, if a lot of us pay more attention to how money works and not try to limit ourselves. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to share this video, like and subscribe so this video gets to other people that actually need this video to have a more financially stable 2025. And if you have any tips as well, please drop it in the comment section. You never know who might need it. And if you have any financial questions, drop them in the comment section. I will try my best to answer you guys. Here's to making 2025 your best financial year yet. See you guys in my next video. Love you guys so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you and bye.